Oh, yeah. Do it, Ryan.
Welcome to the Leafcast, a first-time reader show based on the epic fantasy series Wheel of Time by Robert Jordan. My name is Ryan, and joining me as always is my brother Dan.
Fuck yeah, I am.
And we are talking about The Gathering Storm, chapters 6 through 9, and this is episode 177. It's a big day.
Oh, yeah. 6 through 9, that's Ouroboros of chapters.
Guys, I've missed everyone. Casey and I went on an epic vacation, and then we got hella sick for a week, but we are back. We recuperated, and we're ready to go. These are some controversial chapters, Brother Dan. I don't know how Carrie's going to handle it, but she is happy and not happy. It's going to be fun to hear her thoughts.
It's going to be fun, yeah. Well, speaking of which, let's go ahead and bring in our first time reader.
And they lived.
What? Are we on? What?
Hi, everybody.
Hi.
We are on, and everyone, please join us in Discord for all the backstage sausage making.
I'm hopping on Discord right now.
All the best angles are in Discord.
East of Bish.
Josh has an upskirt camera right underneath his
camera
desk. 2
for Josh is on Discord.
Yeah.
Josh, it's a normal thing. Get over it.
Look at, I'm like a luck cat at those Chinese restaurants.
Hello, Chronic Viking.
Yeah, our new friend,
our new buddy.
I hope you're at home and comfortable, or you're surrounded by just the most lovely nurses.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah.
And the mostest pain relievers.
Go get
some.
Yeah.
So there is our Discord link. If you want to join, please feel free. You don't have to be on camera, but it is fun to see your faces. Also, if you join Discord, you get to see Carrie's thoughts on each chapter as she reads through them, which are always fun. She's got her own special channel on our Discord. Yeah. We got a lot of fun. We got
Discord.
We got Calves of Time, the well-turned calves. We got Pets of Time.
Poetry.
We got poetry of time.
We got artwork.
Yeah. We got fancy football talk.
Chronic Viking actually just dropped some of the most amazing artwork last week or 2 weeks ago.
Sick tap, yeah.
Yeah, amazing artwork.
It really was.
Some incredibly talented people in this whole fandom, like in the whole fandom, you know, like such talent.
Yeah, inspirations.
Yeah.
All right, well, Brother Dan, chapter 6 through 9.
Yeah. Also, guys, voting is in like 2 weeks. I don't even know if we want to do a show during the voting time, Ryan. Maybe we do, but it's on a Tuesday where we all vote. But everyone, go vote if you haven't already, for sure.
Oh wait, election day is on the next 2 Tuesdays from now.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna. No.
Cat ears.
I will not.
We're gonna send ours in.
I doubt we're gonna do a show.
Tonight, next Tuesday.
Wait,
2 Tuesdays?
The 5th, 2 Tuesdays from now.
Yeah.
I heard part
of it. We'll see, but everyone vote. Just make sure you do. Just make sure you do. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Good job, my man. That's what we do.
Lifeline and full vote early and vote often. Apparently, it helps. I'm kidding. That's not illegal.
Yeah,
that's not that.
Vote as much as they'll let you, right?
Yeah, exactly. Vote appropriately and properly.
Glenn, if you got a cool Michigan I voted sticker, go ahead and post it in our Discord. Michigan has the fun I voted stickers that the kids designed and stuff. So we got the cool ones. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, but you know what else could be a good sticker is Dan right now with there being leaves above his head. It looks like two beautiful little rabbit ears or something.
Yeah,
or like little mice ears. I was like, what's going on? He's Halloweening up.
I'm a cat. I'm licking my
That
paw.
could be a sticker.
Oh, sexy cat outfit. That's my favorite.
You.
Yeah, yeah. I'm a slutty nurse who's dressed like a cat.
Yes.
Well done.
I'm gonna call it. Yeah.
All right, everyone, get your burner accounts going. Let's get your burner phones open. Let's get these numbers up. Tell everyone the show's starting.
That's funny.
I'm gonna pull someone's hair, hide under their hat, and make some fine ass French cuisine.
Apparently.
Like ratatouille.
Josh wore his best beanie for the night.
I get it.
You know it, Ryan.
Josh, do you have an American flag beanie on that you wear on election day?
Definitely not.
Do you have a "Don't Tread on Me" beanie?
That's right.
No, he's got the he's got the "Don't Tread on Me" Speedo. I'm sorry. He's got the vote.
Speedo, huh?
He's got the vote
with
Speedo.
an extra
it's
big,
right up the crack, real tiny. You got to get really close up to see it. But
the Speedo actually reads, "Go ahead and tread away, baby."
Oh, nice. Yeah, on the front.
Treading optional.
Baby.
Yeah.
Tread away.
All crooked, so you can't tell what shape it's in. I'm sorry. Okay. Anyway.
Josh, are you still doing work right now?
I just got an email. Yeah, I'm checking it.
I can tell.
Yeah, that's multitasking.
What that was Ryan knowing his buddy so well. You guys know each other so fucking well that he could tell that he wasn't looking at something about the show. He was checking work. And
no,
those are friends. They're buddies.
The Women's Circle, come to Discord. You'll see how well we're behaving.
Yeah. The Discord is Women's Circle's business. This online, this is Village Council business.
Fun.
I miss the old days.
About the boys, what about the girls?
Yeah,
are the girls
right, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
What is up with Women's Circle?
The girls
it's assumed you guys are not behaving.
The Women's Circle is here. Are you boys behaving? Okay, so I was like, that is a thing on Discord. I didn't know you guys were talking about chat. They're in chat. Holy fuck! I feel really.
There's some funny things in chat right now about voting for Wheel of Time characters.
Nice.
Like, don't vote for Elida, vote for Egwene.
Guys, remember the good old days when there was like Village Council, Women's Circle, and Nynaeve was hitting people with switches? Remember when everyone was innocent and young?
Innocent and young and getting just like physically abused by elder women that don't have any business whipping them with.
Yeah, it was a rough time back then.
Good times.
It's got even worse. It's got even rougher. Rand's got one hand.
I'd forgotten about what a unreliable narrator Nynaeve is, and so I felt like we had gotten past her like chiding herself inside her own head, but. Nope. In this chapter we read, not this one, but the next one, like clearly that's back.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. The irritable.
I cannot wait to talk to you about what you think of Perrin this round.
Oh my god. I don't even
Yeah, we'll get there.
We'll
get there.
I'm just excited to talk about it. I'm excited. This is gonna be fun.
Let's talk about how cool
now it looks like
chapter icons are.
Right.
There you go.
That's a good point. We'll start at chapter 6 and we'll point out the icons as we go. This icon.
You got an icon, Dan?
Yeah, man.
Let's pop that baby up.
It is.
Dude, I'm loving your lighting. A little
icon, you con, we all con for what con?
Looks like it's the pattern or something.
It does. Age lace.
It's called When Iron Melts.
Age lace.
And it's Rodell Iturralde's point of view at first. Rodell had just finished that battle that we read that he was prepping for in the prologue. He was hiding out. He saw that these massive army of Shanchan were gonna get smashed at the walls of Darluna, and that's exactly what happened. They kicked some ass. They lost 50,000 of their 100,000 troops, but it sounds like they were going up against 300,000 Shanshin and were successful.
Seasick.
He kind of he goes down to past the battlefield, all the dead people, sees a general. General's name is Turon. He's like, "You're him, huh? You're a great captain." He's like, "Yeah, that's what they say." No, I'm whatever. He's like, "What about?"
I love this sequence. I just wanted to say that, you know, the whole, I say this over and over again, the battles, the war, I just love that part. I don't know.
Wait, I thought you didn't like the battles.
No, that's Josh.
You do like, oh, Josh and I don't like the battles. That's right. It's you and me, buddy. You and me that don't like the battles. Yes. All right, cool. You liked this one? This was fun. What'd you like about it?
I really like this chapter.
Turon says, "Hey, you realize what you've done, right? High Lady Surath will not abide by this. She's coming for your ass." And Rodell's like, "Yep,
that's the plan."
Yep, I know. I do have a. So, man, these Tai Shars are stretches.
Oh my god, so painful. He's stretched.
I do have one here. It says, "Quote: I need you to come."
That's good. How'd you find that? Damn, you're my hero right now. What? What? You found I need you to come?
Mm-hmm.
Damn it. That's
I need
good.
you to
That's
come
a good one.
to me.
I got a couple more.
In all the chapters. One.
Oh shucks. I got probably 7 or 8.
I don't know who else in chat agrees with me, but Rodell is one of my favorite characters.
No, he's awesome.
Oh, yeah,
he's amazing.
Mm-hmm. Jinx.
Yeah.
So Rodell.
No, I agree.
Rodell is essentially. Let's talk about him. He is a general leading Domanis, fighting against the Shanshin. Eridoman has no king as of now. Mm-hmm. We hear later. They are essentially leaderless. The Council of Merchants haven't really elected, and Rodell is just kind of. I guess filling the leadership gap. He was instructed to defend Eridoman. Is that correct? Is he working off of the king's orders with this?
Last orders, I think so. Yeah.
Okay. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum. Malaikum mahai. Wait, I don't know actually how it goes. Uh-oh.
So,
how's the response?
Wait.
Assalamu alaikum. Malaikum.
Assalam?
Hi.
Yeah, I'm not sure. No.
I'm not sure either. I don't want to.
Yeah.
I feel like I've already taken too many risks there.
It says, what's his name? Rodell's about to split, and Turon's like, "Hey, will you do it?" Dude's like, yeah. Whoa.
Yeah.
Cuts off his head.
Stabby.
Before the last thing the guy said is, it has been an honor.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, before he chopped off his head, he was like, "Wow, you outsmarted me. How the hell did you do it?" And he went into the details about that, and it was just amazing.
The army that was pursuing them was no more than women and children dressed as soldiers, as well as some farmers from the fields. All the soldiers had been hiding in houses within the city for months, if not weeks, I guess, waiting. And because the Shanshin relied solely upon their Rakan for surveillance, they did not do a good enough job and ran out what was actually in the city.
And that was foreshadowed earlier. He mentioned like
evading the flying.
Yeah. That's a limitation, even though it shouldn't. It seems like it shouldn't be, but yeah, he figured out a way.
He notices Turon was a blade master, has a Huron mark on his sword, and wonders, "Oh man, I wonder if we could have fought. That would have been cool, but oh well." Takes his sword, jams it into the ground as a gesture. Not sure what that means, but it was, quote, rammed it into the ground besides the fallen general in a final gesture. So, and then he takes off. The ravens had started eating all the bodies. Anything about Rodell that you guys wanted to bring up?
So what did he only offer him that pittance of killing him there because they were both sword masters? Blade masters?
That's a good question.
Because he shows him the heron, and then he's like, okay, I'll do it. Like it's like
oh, Josh, I love your brain. So good. Thank you. Yeah, good question.
It says Turon struggled reaching for his sword. Ilrade hesitated, turning back.
Will you do it? He nods, unsheaths. Okay, he hadn't unsheathed it yet. Okay.
It said, Ilrade's sword, Heron Mark, took the man's head in a moment. Turon's own blade bore a heron, and barely visible in the gleaming length of blade the Shanshan had managed to pull.
Right.
So, and this is a good example of the different writing styles, right? Right now we have like an expository passage, right? Like a conversation, like, how did you do it? And then he just basically tells him, and then he kind of and it's very clear and right and very easy to understand. Whereas, like, you know, this is very different, I feel, than like how Robert Jordan would have written that scene. But I appreciate it. I do like it, and you know, but I think of this as like a veering away from Robert Jordan's style.
Yeah, me too. It all feels a little bit different, honestly.
I'm enjoying it.
Different.
Christian Rapper suggests he'd love to see Rodell versus Matrim Cawthon in a war game.
Yeah, so that was the other thing I was thinking about this section is there are a lot of really amazing generals on, quote, the good side between Matt and Rodell and Gareth Bryn. Like, there's probably others I'm forgetting too, but
can you name them, Dan?
All the generals?
Yeah, all the great captains.
Let's see. Gareth Bryn, Rodell, Ilrade. Great captain. Is Weirmon one? No. Is there's
my point is that, like,
there's one from Saldana. There's
the Sanshin have recognized Perrin as a good general, Matt as a good general, and now we see both two Jagomar. Okay, we see the other two Hejoniel. Okay, we see the two remaining ones, Rodell and Gareth Bryn, in these chapters. Seems like, I don't know if that's an advantage, but it does seem like the Shanshin didn't know what they were getting into, maybe.
Oh yeah, outmatched. Well, I mean, Matt has a kind of an unfair advantage. These other guys had to get it through just their lifetime. Matt's got a lot of lifetimes in his head.
Let me ask you guys. We haven't seen so much like real action from Blade Masters from Shanshin, but we have seen a couple. We saw he fought High Lord Turok. This man is a Blade Master. Now, do you think that the same criteria holds in achieving a Heron-marked blade? In that, I guess you got to kill a Blade Master or be called a Blade Master by. How do you get one without killing a Blade Master? I guess.
So I mean, Rand has one. He didn't kill Blade Master, right?
He did,
so,
but his dad gave him one. His dad gave him one, but he didn't kill High Lord Turok.
So I guess you can be gifted the sword, or like a heron marked. Is just the sword heron marked sword?
But presumably LTT was a Blade Master, right?
Wow, we don't know.
Oh.
Ooh.
Have we seen his sword?
Do we know if he has a hair
All right.
marked blade?
So Glenn says a panel of 5 Blade Masters test
Wait.
you and then judge you. What?
Wait, Josh, has he ever mentioned, has Luz Theron ever mentioned the hair marked blade that you can remember,
No.
right? Like, I don't recall that.
Yeah, but do you think that same... so is it the same over there, do you think?
The forms are the same, so presumably the other things are the same too, and it was brought over as a cultural tradition, but...
The forms do seem to be the same. Are all the Heron marked swords originated from Randland? Are they making Heron marked swords like kind of everywhere, and once you earn it, you get one?
Earn it.
Well, that Shanshan Turon was a Blade Master.
That's what I mean. So how many are there over there, and how are they earning it? Is it the same way?
How did Sanchan have a Heron marked sword? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
That's a good question. Yeah.
Right.
Well, that's the better. Yes, exactly. Good job, Gary. That's the better question here.
High Lord Turok also had one.
Yeah. That's who Rand killed, right?
And who knows? Maybe there's dozens of Shanshan with them. Maybe they're selling with them over there. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else about Turok?
Yeah. So before he took his head, he mentioned that enough of my people escaped to tell the tale. You're not going to be able to do this again.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's like, and that's what Rodell says. He's like, the Shanshan are smart. They adapt and they're persistent and fast. And so this stuff ain't gonna fly the next time because they're good.
Which just makes me think about
about that.
Nice.
And he knows that this is a losing battle. He says, quote, he did what needed to be done when it needed to be done, and right now Erdogan needed to fight. They would lose, but their children would always know that their fathers had resisted. That resistance would be important in 100 years when the rebellion came, if one came. So he's just trying to be like, no, you guys aren't from weak seed. We're gonna lose, but we're gonna fight. We're gonna kick them in the. Hey, you're gonna tackle us, and we're gonna bite your kneecap, and then you're gonna knock us down again, and we're gonna bite your other kneecap. He's Dan Campbelling the whole thing.
Yeah, yeah. Take it from a Lions fan. No one knows that reference, Dan.
I don't at all, but I laughed.
It's a good one.
I saw that.
Trust me, guys, it's a good one.
It felt like it was really good.
It's a great one. All right, let's jump to Leanne. And Leanne, point of view. Leanne is talking with Swan. Now, Leanne is...
Egwin.
I'm sorry?
What?
She's talking with Egwin.
What?
Leanne is not...
She's talking with Egwin.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh,
yes.
Talking with Egwin.
I'm sorry.
I thought you were saying Leanne is Egwin. It sounded like you said something very different.
I jumped to a different chapter. No, Leanne is talking with Egwin. Egwin has visited her. She is captive in the cells, and she visits her pretty much every night, even though she squeezes her in between ass kickings.
Well... one has to,
The spankings. Mm-hmm.
I do have a Taishar right on the first chapter here, or first paragraph. Quote.
Gary's like, please let us get through this quickly.
Hold on, Kate. Okay.
I'm right here.
Okay.
What's up?
But it's hard, she smiled, glancing.
Fuck yes, Dan.
All right, there you go.
I miss all these when I read. It's so.
Well, here's where it came from.
I'm so glad. I'm so happy.
I tried encouraging several of the serving men and palace guards, Leanne said softly, sitting beside the bar of observers' cells. But it's hard. She smiled, glancing at Egwin, who sat on the stool outside the shop.
Yes.
But it's hard. She smiled.
But it's hard.
Another one, quote, her finger like a warm wax on the lip.
Okay. Okay. Yes. Sure.
Her finger, like warm wax.
Like warm wax on the lip.
And another one. Quote, despite the pain, Egwin came.
Oh my God.
I don't know. No.
What?
Yeah, that was more like, uh-oh.
No.
This is not the way.
You just wanted to use that GIF.
Yeah.
So says Cat Dan.
Cat Dan.
But yeah,
what is
Egwin's
that cat
visiting.
dog song. Anyways,
I don't know. Egwin's visiting Leanne. She's like just saying, "Hey, be strong. I'll come back tomorrow." Egwin goes to get up, and then like uses the bars to stand up because she's been getting her ass beat for hours every day. Let me remind you, so her butt's a little sore, legs a little sore. She uses it, and like some of the bar kind of comes off in her hand. Suddenly, Leanne just starts like, bubble of evil or something. Everything turns waxy and melty and drippy, including the rocks in herself.
Yeah, well,
she starts like sliding in. She's like, whoa.
Yeah, what is this?
This part was freaky.
What is this that's happening, Josh? What?
Oh, go ahead.
I said disintegration of the persistence of memory. It's the softbox Dali painting.
Softbox Taishar.
Valley painting.
Dali.
Valley painting.
Dali.
Salvador
Dali.
Oh, I do not know it.
Prince Dali.
I'm sorry. Where do you summer? Okay, I do not know this.
Salvador Dali.
Reference. Sorry, I don't know the exact painting you're talking about. No, no, I don't know.
It's not like a clock folded over.
Oh, the melting clock. Okay, I do know that. I do know that. Thank you.
Is this this what that peddler farmer guy rode over in the field that Matt saw? Is it kind of the same thing happening? Well, there were ghosts around, but it seemed like he just kind of sunk into the hardness. And is this what Leanne would have done? Like just kind of sunk and just integrated into the stone?
That was like a ghost town that had some evil force there or something. Like I don't know if it's similar.
Oh, was it different? Okay.
But like Egwene mentions, oh my voice. Egwene mentions that she calls it a bubble of evil. So was that a bubble of evil too, or was that like somebody doing something bad, like a Forsaken? Like I don't know.
I love the Salvador Dali. Actually, like that really helped a lot because this is so.
It seems like a very targeted bubble of evil. It's weird that it's so.
Do all bubbles of evil do this kind of thing though? Because I don't feel like I don't remember seeing this.
The ones that attacked Rand and Perrin and Matt were very targeted as well.
So
but they didn't make things melt.
Say again, Carrie?
That Forsaken that's in the tower, is it Messina? Whatever Forsaken is hiding out on the White Tower, is it her that's doing all this chaotic stuff, or is it just a sign that the last battle is coming? Like,
do we know?
All seem to know that.
I mean, is this something that Forsaken can do?
I didn't think this was Semirhage. Is that who you're talking about?
No, the other
one. No, Masama.
Oh, the one who's masquerading as an Aes Sedai.
Yeah.
To me, honestly, this feels more like the wheel doing what it needs to do to make the Tavernness like all fall into place. You know what I mean?
It's just an excuse to get Leanne a new dress.
Yeah, she's been trying to clean it.
DK Moon is a little late today, and they're wondering if his clock melted. Just so he couldn't get it. Welcome.
Cute. That's adorable. I'm gonna just say that from now on every time I'm late, which is gonna be like every day. So My clock knows.
Is this, Carrie, is this something a potentially Masana could pull off? Having the stone melt like that?
I mean, I feel like, I'm not quite sure. Like, Egwene has some internal thoughts as, I know I'm jumping ahead here, but she has some internal thoughts as she's walking back, and then she experiences other nuances in the hallway. She just feels like we're running out of time. Bad stuff keeps happening. And it's just a sign that things are ending. Like, the world is just self-combusting from the inside out. Like, that's what it feels like.
Yeah. Well, Well, we can jump actually to Egwene, because Egwene's the final, the last point of view here. And she is walking to a room, and suddenly she's like, wait a minute. I'm in the Brown Aja's quarters, and all the Brown Aja are like, girl, what are you doing here, girl? And she's like, wait a minute. She looks outside the window. She sees that she should be in the right spot, and so she just points. She's like, hey. The Brown Aja look, and they're like, oh, fuck. So it turns out the entire novice quarter switched with part of the Brown Aja's quarter. So now we have Brown Aja quarter, novice tiny rooms, still small rooms, the made beds, everything in your room is still in your room, just in a different spot. And then other Brown Aja stuff. And no one felt anything moving. It just happened.
Yeah.
When
Reality
stuff like
changed.
this happens, don't people get like sliced in half and die? Like, or is everybody just in the right part where they don't die?
That's a good question. Yeah.
Like,
you would think,
Really good
Where's my
question.
foot? Where's my foot? Hey, everyone, let's say hi to Matt
Please don't
Stagger.
Hey, that's
Oh, hello, Matt Stagger.
The OGest of OGs.
Hello.
What's everyone drinking tonight?
Our bestest.
Dan, what are you drinking?
I'm drinking two-hearted IPAs.
That's your fave. Josh, what are you drinking?
It's nectar.
Hemingway daiquiri.
Hemingway daiquiri. Explain. It's just very, very not a lot of ingredients. Very
Drinks it and just kills
very
himself.
simple ingredients. Very well.
Another like Prohibition era style drink. It's like dark rum, grapefruit juice, maraschino cherry liqueur, maraschino cherry juice, and lime.
That's awesome. Right before the show started, Josh was like, I'm going to make a drink. And I was like, oh, he's just going to go pour a beer. No, he's making a Hemingway daiquiri.
A Hemingway daiquiri.
Carrie, what are you drinking?
Oh God, I'm drinking like Wetlander water here.
Okay, well, hey, yeah, keep hydrated. In case I said you're drinking a michelada.
No, not at all, Ryan. I am drinking fine curated spices from Mexico, combined with some delicioso hop from El Salvador, probably. I don't know.
The Budweiser?
I don't know. The Budweiser. Nice. Yeah, I'll change accents so many times in that and try to offend nobody, honestly. Sorry.
That's a fun challenge.
That's what I'm drinking, though. Right? I know. It's
all right, let's know what you're drinking in chat, everyone. Because I know you guys are disgusting lushes.
So, anything else in chapter 6?
Hold on.
Oh, cute. I love DK Moon's comments.
Egwene turns to the sisters who are watching everything that's happening when the floors shift. And she's like, what is your Armelin doing to prepare for the last battle? Like,
Yeah, Egwene's always on
more
brand.
seeds in their thoughts. Yeah.
Yeah. This is like honestly, this is like Trump saying, hey, Joe Biden, why didn't you stop that hurricane?
No.
What's Elida gonna do? Come on, this is a natural disaster that just happened. What's the president supposed to do? All right, she'll do something. She has a concept of a plan.
A concept of a plan. No, she asked him, what is she doing about Tarman Gaiden, not this bubble of evil.
Oh.
Goober.
I don't know.
What a goober.
You guys are so cute. The puppets. Aren't they the best? Give a round
I
of
don't think I'm
applause
that
for the
goober.
puppets.
You know what's cute?
Everybody
is Brother
put your
Dan-
delicious
Yeah.
vapes down and give a round of applause for the puppets. They're adorable. I love you.
We are.
Delicious.
Thank you. Thank you.
Love
Thank
you
you.
guys.
Thank
I love
you.
you guys.
All right, let's jump to chapter 7. Chapter 7 is called The Plan for Erdomen. It is a Nynaeve chapter, and we have another kind of cool icon.
To Terangrial, Hair Terangrial.
Yeah, is that what that is? Is that Catswain's? Or is it Nynaeve's?
Nynaeve's or Catswain's, yeah, one or the other. Catswain's in this chapter, too, so.
Okay.
Nynaeve and Cadswain are becoming very similar. I don't like it.
Birds of the feather.
Well, it starts with Nynaeve, and Nynaeve is complaining about a storm coming. She calls this, she's feeling it, not just the storm, but just something terrible.
Another
All the
callback
wisdom
to
in
many
there.
earlier books.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what is this? Is she like reading the weather, or is she somehow like vaguely predicting the future?
Maybe both. Like the wisdom in her is definitely coming out, and everything she learned and being the wisdom, I think, is like super important in her journey in this whole thing, in my opinion.
I hear that. Yeah.
Would we call her ability with the weather? Would we call this a talent bestowed by the pattern?
I think so.
Okay, what do you think, Carrie?
I'm not sure where her abilities are coming from, but I feel like she has some type of precognitive intuition about bad stuff that's about to happen.
Just, I generally walk around with a sense of malaise. And I always think something bad is going to happen. And then when it does, I'm like, oh, you see? But then most of the time, nothing bad happens.
So there's like intrusive thoughts, and then
Go back to the
predicting
prologue
the
of this
future.
book.
But I will say this: whenever she says a storm is coming, I just laugh because it reminds me of Game of Thrones, where it's all about winter is coming, winter is coming. It's like a storm is coming, a storm is coming. You know,
Storm is coming.
Totally,
Yes.
very similar feeling. Yes,
I agree.
for sure.
But if we go back to the prologue of this
Mhm,
book,
mhm.
where the storm was literally coming, like,
Yeah.
she's not the only one picking up on this. And whether or not it's just the weather is a whole separate discussion.
hmm
But again, the ability to read weather is like a talent as opposed to something that's learned or something all.
Something all wisdoms can do, right? Are wisdoms only from the
Edmondsfield.
well, not just Edmonds
That
Field, but
area?
The whole Two Rivers area, yeah.
what's the name of the ancient culture that was there, though?
Manetheren?
Manetheren? Is that like a
No,
Is
that's
this a-
good. Oh, good. Yeah, that's a good question.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah, are they all? Are they all skilled in this weather business? Are they all weather women?
are they all
men?
meteorologists?
Yeah, are they all meteorologists predicting the future with the weather? I'm
Is
not
she
sure.
wearing a mini skirt in front of a green screen?
Not likely, but she might as well be if she's telling like predictions about the future based upon the weather. That's all I'm saying. Nothing about a miniskirt and green screen. I don't care about that.
I'm sorry.
This is,
All I do in my spare time is watch.
Is that what's
Yeah,
happening?
I just watch Telemundo Weather Channel, just women on my spare time.
Okay, so let me read this sentence. The weather was always there in the back of her mind. She could sense the rain, sun, or snow in the wind's whispers. Okay, the wind's whispers. Where do we see the wind mentioned every book?
At the beginning of every fucking book.
Right, which is,
Oh
we
my
think, a symbol for the
goodness,
pattern, right?
Joshua.
So it does seem to imply that it's a both and metaphorical and actual.
You know, we just did a show about talents and such, and I did not think of this in there, but I would have loved to have talked about it on a spoiler level, like sniffing and yeah.
She does mention that she can sense the storm far to the north gathering strength, which is where we saw it in the prologue. The Borderlands. So.
All right, so yeah, Breaker's saying that he thinks that Nynaeve's weather sense is different than like the traditional Two Rivers.
Are you holding something in your mouth?
Yeah, what are you chewing a pen?
What is going on? Seriously.
Yeah.
At least do that with your puppet as well. Put something in his mouth too, you know?
I've been had.
Sick. Ventriloquist. Nothing.
I was doing my Walter Cronkite.
So Nynaeve is hanging out with what is her name? Dagon. And Dagon is like teaching her. She's like, hey, here's how to do all the weaves for the test in order to become an Aes Sedai. And Nynaeve's in a weird spot, right? Because she is Aes Sedai. She has been granted the title Aes Sedai, and yet she still has not gone through any of the traditional things. But she is the strongest in the power of anyone that's ever lived, almost, maybe. And everything is based on power, on how strong you are on the power base. It dictates the hierarchy. And Nynaeve is reflecting upon all this while she's busting out all these complicated weaves without thought.
Overly complicated.
She's just like, these are stupid making them. Yeah, what is this all for? This is stupid. But she's doing it, and she starts to reflect at Dagon, who is barely Aes Sedai. She's like the weakest Aes Sedai she's ever seen. Has to defer her entire life. Her entire existence is deference to anyone who is stronger than them, as long as she becomes a sister. And Nynaeve calls it out. She's like, this is kind of bullshit, right? And it's an indelicate conversation, because you don't really bring up someone's lack of power to their face. But that's what Nynaeve does. She says, listen, you should have more authority than you have.
Yeah.
But just because you're a little weakling, a little baby girl, then yeah, as soon as I become an Aes Sedai, you have to pour me tea. What's up with that?
Nynaeve is reckless.
But she makes a good point.
It's bad. It might be stemming from the time she spent with the kin.
I was about to say, I agree, Ryan. I think it's from the kin. I think it's restructuring her way of viewing it. I think they already were going to question this kind of stuff. But here she is, someone at the top of the... It's also kind of it's calling out privilege in a way. So we have to take note of her questioning her own privilege. Feels important.
Interesting.
And she does this. And in fact, in a way that Ryan and I, or at least I, can certainly appreciate. She says it like this, quote, she herself was so strong in the power, one of the strongest alive, that she often took little thought for her ability. It was much as a very tall man rarely paid attention to other people's heights. Everyone else was shorter than he, and so the difference in heights really didn't matter much.
Yeah. So I'm famously 6'7", IRL.
Yeah, you are.
Famously.
Famously.
Yeah, it's in his wiki. I am not that tall, but I am still taller than most men. And height does not matter to me. Because again, most people are just shorter. So I don't. When someone's taller than me is when I notice height.
Yep.
And that rarely happens, and so I just don't notice height. It's a weird thing, and so it was poignant that he wrote that. Yeah, I appreciate it, Brian.
No, I was wondering if we were going to bring that up when I read this chapter.
Yeah. No, I underlined it. But Dagon says, "All right, we should move on. This is I don't like this conversation." And she's like, "Cool." She's like,
get her to call Nynaeve by her first name.
She does hear Nynaeve gets her first name called, and she's like, she sees Cadswain kind of hustling across the thing. Yeah.
Hustling.
She's like, I gotta split.
Hustling.
Every day I'm hustling.
She's also thinking about Lan a lot when she's doing this, and she's like, he's okay, right? He's okay. And then she's like, thinks about that bond that she wants to eventually be transferred to herself.
Yeah.
That's still not hers. And yeah.
Dagon herself had lost a water.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Ryan.
But she also said specifically, she's like, he's not going to be alone. I saw to that.
Right.
Yeah.
That's because she went and drafted all of those Valkyrie to fight.
Yeah.
And Lan didn't know, and he's just kind of like, we saw that a scene where like a couple people were like joining up with him.
Well, Ram, he wasn't even there yet, right? She was moving ahead of him by traveling.
Yeah.
Under the cover of darkness, under secretive.
So, I mean, like, can we talk about that for a second? How fucking cool is that? Like, I mean, it's Aes Sedai shit, right? Where she's, like, manipulating it in ways that probably... But, like, she knew that he was on, like, a heroic, like, death march, and she...
So is it selfish or not? I mean, is she just trying to protect his life? Or is it that she really cares about his mission?
What are her intentions, though? Like, and how much is the pattern affecting her to where she can't even, like, make these decisions necessarily? Maybe.
Oh, yeah.
Entirely.
Nynaeve notices Cadswain walking. She's like, I gotta split. She's like, all right, see you next time, Nynaeve. Nynaeve's like, yes. She goes, finds Rand's tent. Rand's hanging out, of course, with his entourage.
Do we want to bring Joe in, guys?
Yeah,
well, I've been asking if he wants to join. I don't know. Joe, do you want to join?
Are you going to draw?
All
right, we're in.
Bring
what up, Joe?
Yeah. What's up, Joe?
Get on mic, bitch.
What's up, Joe?
Oh, hi.
All right, the intrepid Joe is joining us.
All right, there he is.
And
that was it.
Salvador
Yep.
This is the guy that made the melting clocks guy.
For fuck's sake. That's amazing.
That is amazing.
Right now. That's incredible.
I think Dolly would be proud of that drawing.
I mean, it's a famous photograph of him, so I hope so.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Has anyone seen like any of the movies Dolly's made?
Yeah, Unchi and Andalou.
That'll work.
And The Age of War. I've seen both of them.
That's fun.
Both of them with Gira, right? Is that his wife's name, Gira?
Hello, Moxley. Dean Moxley in the house. Hi.
What's up, Dean? Jump in the Discord. Let's see your tits.
Let's get that. No,
not mandatory. Not mandatory. Optional. 100.
Obviously.
I got a tie chart.
Tie
Tell
chart.
me if this works. Quote.
Okay.
Cadswain entered the gray-haired Aes Sedai.
Oh, whoa. That's a different category. But yes, let's give it to him.
That's interesting.
Ooh, I like the black on white.
You would. You love those weird, like, introverted thing, like, no, like, the weirdest, like, introverted, like, color schemes are, like, the most bizarre it can be.
Seriously, Joe, you're drawing my favorite artist. Like, I want this drawing when you're done.
Your favorite artist?
Dolly? Fuck yeah, dude. He blew, like, He's an inspiration for all my art.
So many options to do on our shed, Joe.
Yeah, clearly. We settled that though.
We'll talk about it. Yes, we have. We have.
Oh my
You're
God,
gonna have
this
to
is
come
so amazing.
from all around the world to see the art that Joe bestows upon.
How do you get those psychotic eyes so perfect?
Reference. I'm looking at a reference photo.
Reference. You're looking at a. Oh yeah, that works for me too. I always draw perfectly when I just look at something.
Oh yeah. If I had a reference, it would just look just like that.
Trying to draw it. Yeah.
Well, this is off. It should be more like that.
Oh well, fuck you then.
Yeah, no, I fucked it up.
Oh,
all right,
no,
what's going on in these chapters, guys? What am I drawing?
Yeah, where are we?
Where are we? That's a good spot. That's a good spot to start.
Brother Dave, where are we?
Oh, they were about to enter Rand's tent.
He left. Rand's tent.
Is
this where there's like
Joe?
What?
The portrait by Man Ray.
I'm sorry, what?
Is that the photo portrait by Man Ray that you're using as the source material?
I believe so.
Jesus. I love
Okay, but back to 10.
I literally just Googled Salvador Dali and the most photogenic thing.
That's awesome. Love it.
Okay, but Josh.
All right.
Back to 10. Yeah. It was like the one time that Brandon Sanderson said erected, and he's talking about a fucking tent. And like...
it didn't work.
It didn't work. It didn't
work.
Nothing jerked
I was so bummed. Yeah. Nothing jerked erect. It just was a tent erected.
Yeah. Yeah. No.
Oh.
Yeah.
Crap, man.
Chris was like, I miss Robert Jordan.
I really
Ryan, I couldn't see your private chat because it was covered up by my drawing screen. Sorry.
Oh, I understand.
Oh my god.
All right, well, yeah, so Rand is in his tent. Rand's in his tent, and he's looking at a map, and Nynaeve basically leaves her lesson, which is interesting. I want to ask you guys. She's like, oh, I forgot I had to attend to something. That was a little sussy. Right? Like,
wait, who?
That... Sorry. So okay, so Nynaeve was doing her stupid testing with the Aes Sedai who couldn't channel very strongly, and she was bored, but she sees Catswain, and she notices that Catswain's walking like in a way that she's like, okay, something's going on. So she says to this woman, she goes, oh, I just remembered I needed to attend to something, which is like a lie, right? Like, is that her lying even in a way, or like is that her acting like? Well, I mean, she didn't just remember? She's like, oh, yeah. See, how does that work?
I think there's lots of little advantages that they have from not having done the 3Os for sure.
Yes. Yeah. While Egwene is like staunchly trying to never act as if she's never made those oaths, it seemed like
aware enough to like catch herself.
Yes, right. She just like, oh, I'm out. It's like when my dad, our dad would be on the phone with Dan and I, and if he just was bored with the conversation, he'd be like, oh, I gotta go poop, and then he would like hang up.
That's it. I gotta go poop.
Yeah, it was like always. He'd end the conversation, be like, I gotta poop.
Oh my god.
And like, if that was true, he'd be pooping like 50 times a day. And like, no, we knew he just was bored. He was like, all right, I'm out.
So, but you're not saying that they're bored. Who was it that was talking to?
No, this is Nynaeve. So yeah, Nynaeve basically, I want to
white lie to get out of being in the lesson.
Yeah, which if she was an Aes Sedai, she and was bound by the oath. But it's interesting. So because she keeps saying like, I am Aes Sedai, like in her mind's eye, she's like, fuck yeah, I'm an Aes Sedai. But then she doesn't act like an Aes Sedai. She just basically like lied to get out of her stupid testing or training. I don't know. Any thoughts on that? I miss Dan.
But that's the best thing though. Like, I mean, so if Nynaeve needs to get around the 3 oaths to like help win the final battle, right? Then like that's important that she escapes taking those 3 oaths so that she is not hindered by them, right? Like,
Do you think she will?
I mean, obviously, what? Take
Do you
them?
think she'll take the 3 oaths at some point?
No. I think she's a super fierce pistol packing mama, if you will. But like that would refer to our times, anyways. And
no, but yeah.
More,
but
no, she doesn't. What?
But no one, but she talks about it extensively. Like other Aes Sedai do not see her as an Aes Sedai because of this, and they treat her differently, even though she's super powerful.
She doesn't seem to like. She's not hindered by that though. That doesn't debilitate her power to like surpass these tests. That she like continues to just like surpass every single thing that's put in front of her, and people are like disappointed. They're all irritated, and she's like, yeah, I know they're all irritated that I can like do all this shit super quickly and nobody else can, but whatever. Like, she's a strong enough person within her own self. I think that like her wisdom, like being a wisdom, helped with that. Like, I think I'm guessing.
I know, we're just guessing.
I think
Carrie,
being a wisdom like helped her like to develop this personality of like strong, ability to understand who she is and what her capabilities are and what her limits are, and to know how to navigate kind of the system, if you will, like in this case, to do the best for the last battle with Rand.
Carrie, do you think she's going to take that? She's going to take the oath somehow?
I don't think so, but I have a question.
Yeah.
How many Aes Sedai know that Nynaeve was the one that helped cleanse the taint? Like, was it more of like a private thing that she did? Like, only a few people know how powerful she is? I mean, like, how many of them knew that she did that? Because if they don't know that she did that, of course they're going to treat her as an inferior person, until...
Well, they've been treating her differently though, because she keeps doing well at like all of the things that they're trying to that they've like spent a long time learning, and she keeps like doing those things really quickly, right?
Yeah, same with the Gawain.
Josh, what do you think? Is Nynaeve going to take the test? Okay.
Test or the oaths?
I mean, yeah. Well, I mean, you have to. Well, I mean, she's training ostensibly with Dagon these weaves, and they reiterated that you have to do them, and they're like, do you? Yes. Always. God damn it! He has the best. He's like
the best timing.
He's a Kramer of our chat.
He's so, I know.
The best
comes
intros.
Screeching in the door like.
So Josh, do you think she's gonna like go through the testing and?
I don't think she's gonna take the oaths before the last battle.
Okay.
So in Rand's tent, in comes the clan chiefs. We got Ruark, we got Bale. Rand is kind of a shitty dude to him. Rand
yes.
Micromanager.
It's like, but he's also like, it's almost like I could, some of these lines I could hear like as the apprentice, like voiceovers. All right, so just imagine this in Trump's voice.
Oh yeah, do it, Dan. No, do Trump voice, please.
All right. I don't look for excuses, Ruark, only results.
Is that your Trump?
I don't. Hey. No insults, Ruark, just truths. We don't have time to waste.
Oh my God, Dan, you have to be much more whiny.
I don't do a good Trump. No, I'm saying you imagine.
You gotta pinch your nose.
You imagine him saying, and then right after that, he's like, "Dennis Rodman, you're fired.
you fired.
You're fired.
You're fired."
All
right, everyone! Chronic Viking is back this week. This is great news.
Yay!
Apparently, he has a 5-minute drive from work to home, which is great. Good for him.
Yeah, I know. You
don't even know, Chronic Viking, how much I love your name. I'll tell you about it on Discord.
So, Rand's like, listen, you had one job to do, you fucks. And Ruark and Bale is like, that's kind of out of line. You ask us to do stuff, but you put restrictions on us. boy, this is a hard job and you shouldn't talk to us like that. And he's like, I'm sorry. But he has no toe. So
no toes.
That was so funny. I laughed really hard when this part was read to me.
Yeah.
It's like, forget about it. He's like, you got no toe.
He has no toe.
Rand is like, all right, listen. The king is kidnapped. Where's the king? I bet you the king is with Grendel. Grendel's probably in this. All right, where's she? Oh, she always did this. She's a sneaky bitch. And Nynaeve's like, oh my gosh, like such familiarity. So weird. But the point is he's like, all right, Aiel, go get me the Council of Nine. The Council of Nine is needed to elect a new king. We need a new king because right now Eridoman is just floundering. There's no order at all. There's there's refugees and shit. There's like everyone's leaving. Like things are bad, and Rand's like, don't worry, I'm bringing food. You show up and bring order, and the people will come to you. They're like, why don't you have your Aes Sedai do this? This is kind of outside of our pay scale, to be quite honest. He's like, listen, do it. I gotta go. Bye.
No, and then what's the line he said? He's like, we're free people, and he's like, you are who I say you are.
Yeah, he does say you are who I say you are.
That's fucking crazy. This boy is what, 21 years old? This is insane. And this is a good point. Light Blindfold says, Rourke's like, we really shouldn't be pulling over these Domani for broken taillights. What's our real purpose?
Right.
What are we supposed to be doing here?
That's a great. But yeah, like, that's a flex. What a flex he just did. And they bowed down. They're like, you're right. He said, we're going to read it. I'm sorry. Read it. Read what he says after. He says, I'm going to change you no matter what after I die. I don't know what you're going to be after I die. Read that, Dan.
It says, we are not kidnappers, Bael said, frowning. You are what I say you are, Bael, Rand said quietly. We are still free people, Rand al'Thor, Riark said. I will change the IO with my passing, Rand said with a shake of his head. I don't know what you'll be once this is all through, but you cannot remain what you were. I will have you take up this task. Of all of those who follow me, I trust you the most. If we're going to take the members of the council without throwing this land further into war, I will need your cunning and strength. You can prowl into their palaces and manors as you infiltrated the Stone of Tear. Ruark and Bael regarded one another, sharing a frown.
Okay.
No,
this
then keep reading.
So
Okay. I'm sorry. Go on, Kay. Go on, Kay.
No,
Go on, Kay. I was gonna say keep reading after when he says we're free people.
Just keep reading.
Is that the next line? I'm sorry.
Well, it said we're still free people, and then I did. I will change the I with my passing. Yeah. What else? He goes on to say, once you take the council of merchants, move the IL into the cities where those merchants ruled. Make sure the cities don't degenerate. Restore order as you did with Bandar Eben. From there, begin hunting bandits and enforcing the law. Supplies will arrive soon from the sea folk. Take cities on the coast first, then move inland. Within a month's time, the Domani should be following toward you rather than running away from you. Offer them safety and food, and order will take care of itself.
Okay. Thank you.
And Nynaeve's like, that's a fucking good plan. Yeah, weird. Ruark says, we need some of your Saldeans, Ruark, if that's cool, because they don't really like Aiel in these parts. Rand's like, done. Do it. They're like, well, what about Rodel Iturralde? And Rand says he will deal with him personally. That's how the chapter ends.
And we forgot, he kept mentioning he believes that, was it Grendel is in Eridoman?
Mm-hmm.
And
he mentioned that before, too.
Okay, okay, I'm drinking. Yeah,
no, that's fine. No, in prior chapters, he had mentioned that. And so he does revisit that when talking about where the king may be. Yes,
yeah, and he was like, she won't be in the palace, but she'll be in a place that is alter herself, but will be ostentatious to her liking. And then Nynaeve's like, how does he know this shit? So much familiarity, right? Like, right. And she's trying to suss out like what's going on with that.
He says Grendel might have him. Rand whispered, studying the map intently. If she's here, yes, I think she probably is. But where? She won't be in the king's palace. That's not her way. She will have some place that is hers, a place where she can display her trophies, a location that would make a trophy itself, but not a place that one would think of immediately. Yes, I know, you're right. That's how she did it before.
That's how she did before, yeah.
Shivers.
Yeah. Lightblind Fool asks, when do you think Rand will deal with Il Tirade personally?
Yeah, and how?
What does that look like? Yeah.
Any thoughts, first time readers?
I'm gonna say the last book, possibly during the last battle, or perhaps before that. Maybe he is surrounding the Sunshine where 200 men are, and maybe at the last minute Rand shows up and be like, "Hey, those are my people. You can't kill them." I have no idea, but we only have a couple more books.
I love the Rand just showing up at the last thing and be like, "Hey, stop that!"
Yeah. Halt!
Hey, knock it off.
Yeah.
Is he gonna try it?
Yeah.
Do you think Rodel Itralde will be a part of the last battle? Will that be like kind of his aim to get him to be a part of the last battle?
I mean, I think he's gonna be there even if he doesn't want to be. I mean, I think everybody needs to be there.
Let's everyone say hi to Mayhem.
Well,
hi, Mayhem.
Isn't that kind of Rand's dilemma in that he is trying to form a peace with the Chanchin, and yet Rodel is kicking the shit out of the Chanchin.
Yeah.
Andrew's in chat. Andrew, good morning, Andrew.
Hello, good morning to you.
Chickens are maybe water. Okay.
Yeah. So everyone, Andrew's just waking up. He's getting ready for work. He's maybe. Andrew, do you sleep naked? I imagine you sleep naked. He's walking around naked, like brushing his teeth.
Loose boxers, maybe.
No, straight. No, he's Nordic.
Maybe he Winnie the Pooh's it, and it's just like a really nice comfy tee.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah.
just like
you
Carrie.
Never can tell.
Carrie is a shirt, no pants.
Maybe like Carrie, because exactly we'll never know. We'll never know if she's wearing pants or not.
It's been a while since you guys said something about that.
She's not gonna say no pants, Carrie. No,
but Rand's all about trying to meet the daughter of the Nine Moons, and I think it looks like he sees Rodel as being like getting in the way of that, right?
Okay, can I just say something about this whole Rand thing really quickly?
Yeah, please speak as much as you want and for as long as you want.
No, I just want to say, like, it was really funny to me, like even like you guys, like when I read it or when I heard it on Audible. Yay. And or what?
Audible.
What? Yeah,
okay.
Not a sponsor.
No, it's funny on Audible you couldn't hear. That's
all right, well, Andrew has spoken.
Audible.
Boxers and boners.
Oh, yeah.
Nice. See, I called boxers. I said loose boxers. See?
Yeah.
Who knows, Andrew?
He sleeps on his side and uses his boner as a kickstand.
Most fun guessing kickstand.
We have dogs who sleep with us, and I constantly push them off the bed with my boners.
Really, just swinging cock. You're like, sorry, Crispin.
So many boners.
Just get out of here.
Anything else in chapter 7? I want to move on to chapter 8.
I was trying to say something.
Yeah, you were.
Rand. Holy shit. Audible.
All right, here you go. Solo.
No.
Oh, that helps,
oh,
Ryan.
God. When
I'm sure that helps.
My hair has been, this super helps me. Oh, my bangs are super
Don't get distracted, Kay.
Okay, Joe. Jesus.
Come on.
This is not helpful to put me. Yeah, thank you. Okay.
Ran in the Shanshin? Was there something about Shanshin?
Oh, the Eminem song. He's like, "You're gonna be whatever I say you are," and I was like, "I am whatever you say I am. If I wasn't, then why would I say
What
I
I say
am?"
I am. Yeah.
Do you know that Eminem song? Everybody knows that Eminem song. Come on, that's an Eminem song, right? If I wasn't, then why would I say I am? In the something, every day I am. Radio will never be my jam, or something like that. Yeah, it is definitely Eminem. I don't rap. Don't judge me on that.
No, can't. 2 more minutes.
You were lucky I got that out at all. It just kept going round and round though. Of Carrie's, we're gonna kill Carrie. You okay, Carrie?
Yeah.
I don't think I've heard her laugh this hard a long time.
Death by 1,000 boners.
Before you go to chapter 8, can we have a cleansing of Bella?
Oh, please. Yeah. Chat sucks. Normally they're asking for this way on it. Hey, Carrie, I'm
Mrs.
getting.
Dobie knows what I'm talking about. Okay, that's all I needed.
All right, Carrie,
you.
which Bella would you like? Do you want
I think
metal?
that song's by Youngboy, by the way. I just Googled
It's not. There's an Eminem. Eminem sings it, and right?
Maybe he guessed it.
Right? Guys?
All right, we're gonna go Zydeco Bella. Your choices. We got Zydeco Bella, we got Charlie Brown Bella, we got OG Bella, and we have Metal Bella.
Yeah, radio will never be my jam. I would not know this if it was not Eminem. I'm sorry.
Let's go OG. Here we go. OG Bella.
Let's go.
There we go. OG Bella. Hey, fun fact. I asked a friend of mine to do an a cappella version of Bella, and he's like, I can't because you are not holding the note. I'm like, I'm wavering between notes, and he's like, I can't follow you.
Oh, that's my favorite thing I've ever heard.
Carrie, thank you for that.
Right,
I can't do that because you're making it impossible.
You try and hold one note for 19 seconds straight.
Can't he see what you're doing and then kind of be like, all right, I get it. Here's the acapella version. But wait,
yeah, you sound like
No, I'm gonna.
You sound like George of the Jungle. You're like, oh,
yeah.
I know how to do it. I know how to do it. Right, I'm gonna do it.
You're gonna do it.
I'll talk to Keith. I will help orchestrate. I'll guide him.
Okay.
I know exactly how it's supposed to sound, and I will tell him what to do.
All right, we got it. Irish Fibers. Thank you, Carrie, for the Bella. You guys, chat. You guys suck. There should be. If we go 2 hours without a Bella request,
how dare you?
Sad.
All right, follow me up, Brian. Chapter 8. We got a new chapter icon.
Here we go.
Is the mice in the bed sheets.
Oh, this is not in focus. This is not in focus. There you go. Back it up. Back. There you go.
Back it up.
Back it up.
It's mice.
It's the mice in the bed sheets.
Now, Dan, do you know if that's
to do because she realizes she's in love? Sorry, Jeff.
Yeah, I really like this chapter.
I did too.
Well, Swan went from like fish things to now we got mice. That's an interesting. Are we gonna have just chapter icons like new, one-time only chapter icons?
That's a weird. Yes, Dan. Maybe.
I'm asking our
for my
friends.
book and find out.
No, just I mean, are we gonna see the mice again? Is that gonna be Swan now from now on? We're just gonna see mice, or is it Swan and Gareth?
Yeah, it's Swan love chapters.
Oh. All right, so Swan love chapter. This is chapter 8, and Swan is checking out the sky. She's this was a quartermaster sky because people, if you're fishing, you don't know if you want to go out. You don't know if it's a storm or not. It's dodgy. It's a fucking dodgy.
To charge you full price.
Yeah, you gotta stay there anyways. Yeah. She ruminates about her lack of power and how she's kind of got more access to shit now on the down low because people underestimate her. Hence how the White Tower just generally operates. I did underline something here as a tie shard. Let me see. Oh, all right. Buttered Life Silver Pike.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Okay. Thanks, Josh. He's like, yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I mean, it's like sifting for gold or panning for gold in this shit.
Yeah, no, it's like I got a fleck.
So Carissa found one and she like pranced through the house. She yelled. She's like, "I found one!" Hey,
this
Josh!
cat is yelling at us.
Hey, Josh, shut that cat up.
Josh, can you shoot that cat?
Shut that cat up, Josh.
Tell that bitch be cool. Say be cool, bitch.
It's a cat.
Be cool, honey bunny.
I think she heard you.
Yeah, cat.
All right.
Don't make me come there.
If you haven't already, like and subscribe.
So
I do have the one written down.
Is it this chapter or the next chapter?
9.
Okay.
Chapter 9.
We'll get there.
She's walking with Lelaine. Lelaine is now becoming more powerful than Ramonda. She is basing her power on like, oh, Egwin said this and Egwin. Oh, remember Egwin said that. Oh, Egwin. And part of her power move is to have Swan, who was Egwin's best friend, kind of as her minder, as her attendant. And she even says that. She says, you know what? You're just going to be my attendant now. I'm going to pay off your debt. Fuck Gareth Bryn. No, this is bullshit. I'm tired of seeing an Aes Sedai, even if it's you, treated this way. I'll pay off your debt. And she's like, no. Don't you understand? When I'm in there, he talks in his sleep. He mutters stuff. I'm hearing all kinds of things. I'm getting the scoops. She's like, all right, keep getting scoops. They ask about the envoys that are going on with Lyda, and apparently it's all bullshit, right? The envoys don't have any real power to do anything. It's all just ceremony. And in the meantime, Egwin is still locked up, and that's an issue because she's been locked up now for a couple weeks now, right? It's like Buttered Life Silver Pike.
Hey, Joe, check the private chat.
No, okay.
She goes into the tent. Gareth Brand is Spartan, man. He's just using one freaking candle. He doesn't give two shits about. Hey, man, that's all I need. That's all I ever used was one candle. Hey, my VCR. I still watch VHS cassettes. My 1987 Magnavox, and Gareth Bryn's VHS never blinks 12. If the time is wrong, he goes and fixes it instantly. That's the kind of man that we're talking
about.
Wow.
Brother Dan, literally, you just age yourself like instantly.
No, I endeared myself. I think a lot of people know what I'm talking about.
What did you say? What was
okay?
That?
So yeah, start again and let's see if people actually get what you're saying.
What should I start? Should I really start again, Ryan?
No! Don't start the whole show over. No, don't start the show over. Start that joke over. He said Gareth Brand.
We need the viewers. Just rewatch it.
Okay.
How many people know what VHS is?
Yeah. DK was like, what?
It's inferior but more popular than Betamax.
I know what VHS is. I just didn't hear you.
Do you remember when the VHS always blinked 12 and he could never fix the clock?
What?
No.
All right, see, Case.
It's right twice. It's right twice.
What? What are you talking about?
Always blink 12.
No, okay, so
I was talking to Viking.
What?
The chronic Viking knows. That's all I need to know.
all right, Matt Sacker knows.
Yeah, Matt Sacker knows too. See,
I'll be 50 in December. I know. Wait, what do you know?
All right, so yeah, in our home, our VHS player only blinked 12, and it always blinked for some reason, and we never could figure out how to actually program it. And then
Dobby, right.
Dobby, of course, because it's the fucking the Leapcast.
Right. We knew how to program it, but it would get unplugged because someone had to plug in a lamp. Or something.
I understand that.
It would just so
the
we
thing
were just
is,
too lazy.
Like okay, thank you.
Sometimes your puppets mumble, and it might be because they have a fist up their ass. It might be because you're just mumbling, or maybe I'm not paying attention fully, and that's also possible. I apologize.
We enunciate perfectly. We are Shakespearean trained puppets. Nothing is coming out that is not perfectly enunciated with perfect diction. We have amazing diction. Okay, should I unplug?
Perfect diction. Perfect diction.
I'm gonna mumble my way through the show. So she goes back. Gareth Bryn is just reading by one candle. She puts a glow light over. She's like, ain't that better?
Well, I do want to mention, like, Swan kind of sounds like Nynaeve's in her voice during this chapter a little bit, where she's like reminiscing about her life and her past and not being jealous of Maureen, of course, never.
Maureen got to go have adventures while she was stuck in that crummy white tower with every servant imaginable and food delivered to her bed.
But I do love the awareness she's having of like how being lesser in power with less burden on her shoulders actually opens her up to have more impact in a way.
And I don't know if it's here or a little bit later on, but she... Oh, gosh. Yeah, I'll wait until we get to it.
No, I agree with you, Josh. It was actually like kind of weird to read Perrin and Nynaeve, to be honest, from just like, I don't know if I'm in my head about it being a different author or what, or if it's really like that different, but it feels really different to me. Like, I even found myself, like, I was laughing out loud to the Perrin chapter because it was just funny to me that I was like, you're such an idiot. And he's like, I'm such an idiot.
Next!
I just keep thinking.
Hey, we're not there yet.
There I go, thinking again. And I was like, oh my God, he totally gets it now. And I was just laughing like out loud the entire chapter. And I was like, what is happening? Do I like Perrin now? Like, what the
I was
fuck?
cringing the entire time, but that's...
All right, we'll get to that.
Later.
Okay, but like Nynaeve is also not my favorite, not a favorite character of mine, like up until now at all. And I found myself relating to her more now. Shut up, Ryan. And
yes,
more than ever can see her point of view and like her whole, like it just all kind of came together for me. Why is that? I don't know. Like, again, I might be up in my head about it. I don't know, but it feels really different. These characters feel different to me. So that's where I'm coming from so far, to be honest.
Thank you. Please be honest.
Please
be honest at all times.
Yeah, don't lie.
I binged a bunch of chapters like today because I had to catch up. And like it, and I mean, so to read it all together, and then I really didn't want to stop. I really didn't want to stop. I was like, wait. It's like chapter 10, and I was like, it's a match chapter, yeah! And I was like cheering, and Ryan's like, wait. I was like, wait, is it chapter 9? Chapter 9 I just said? He's like, yep, chapter 9. Fuck! So that was rough, yeah. No, I'm like enjoying it, but it's weird. I'm not sure why. Nynaeve and like not Brandon, Peas and Rice.
All right, actually, so in case Mr.
Super
Toby is not happy that you're turning.
I'm not happy about it either. I feel really conflicted within myself. I am in a conflict here. If you cannot see this, I'm struggling. And I don't know what it is yet. If it's the author, if it's me thinking. I don't know what it is, but I'll try to.
Yeah, we'll get there. We're one more chapter. We're almost there.
To be continued.
We're almost there. So yeah, let's move on. So Swan is rapping with Gareth Bryn. They're in the tent. Gareth Bryn's like, you know what? I still don't get why you broke your oath. You fucking oath breaker. You're cool, but you're an oath breaker. And this is why I wrote all this way. This is why I'm leading this stupid army, is to find out why you broke your oath. And she spills the beans. She's like, yeah, I was one of 4 people that heard this foretelling. One of them died right away. The other one was the Amarylline Sea. She was killed by Black Aja. It was just Maureen and I. And now she's dead, and I'm the only one. And I promised this. I told you I would keep your oath, but, quote, when I swore to you, I did not promise to serve you immediately. And she says,
Ace like bullshit.
Well, yeah. I guess so. But I also don't doubt that she probably would have gone and been like, all right, now I got to go do laundry for a year after Tom and Guiden. I don't know.
No, I believe her. Yeah.
If
she's still alive.
Oh,
well, Joe asked, do you think she would have done it?
Well, do you think she will or can do it? You know, do you think she would do it?
Good question.
Readers,
is she breaking an oath, new readers, or is she like actually thinking at some point she will do what she's promising to do?
Well, she's doing it now.
She's doing it now by
him capturing.
Yeah, but if he hadn't followed her, would she have like tracked him down and been like, all right?
I think so. I think as a matter of good faith, she would have. Yeah.
Okay.
Or had someone do it for her. More likely. So Gareth Bryn's like, oh shit, you should have told me. She's like, well, I just did that. So he's like, oh, well. He's like, quote, I told myself I'd only hold you to work as long as it took me to get that answer. Now I know. So she's all, no, don't. I'm not done with you, Gareth Bryn. So don't kick me out of your tent.
I loved this exchange.
He's like,
yeah, me too.
He's like, all right, why don't you go to sleep early? It's the 3rd day of the month or the week, every 3 days. You go and sleep early. So tell the Amarylline I said hi. She's like, what? Mm-hmm. She's like, fuck that guy. I'm gonna put mice in his bed. And by the way, guys,
that's a callback, right? Did that make you think of New Spring, Carrie?
Oh God, I was gonna say I love the nod to New Spring here because it is my favorite book.
Yeah.
I don't like mice.
Yeah,
that would be the creepiest shit.
Idea, right?
Even just little mice poops in your bed and stuff. Oh my God.
Oh God.
Didn't Maureen train a bunch of ants to just march into someone's bed, Land's bed? How do you use the one power to manipulate animals like that?
That's the fucking worst. That's the worst.
I don't. Mice are they scare me. They're like
all
bees.
What the fuck? fuck, Dan, Mr. Storme?
I know.
Yeah.
She's like the mice queen.
She's a mycologist.
She's a mycologist. I'm understandable.
Oh yeah. Whoops. Sorry, love you, wifey. Although she is willing to divorce me because I might like Perrin now. So
Yeah, this is all
plate,
bad for her.
lots
We're
of
just
my
struggling.
plates. It's such
we're
a
just struggling
dramatic
her
show.
entire-
Carrie,
She's all, I
it's
hate
okay. We'll catch you
Perrin,
up later.
and I love mice, and I watched.
Go to
this.
Discord for the
Why?
whole story, folks. Honestly, the whole story is only in Discord. Just it's fine.
Ryan, I'll do your other request after this one.
Okay, this is amazing. Okay, so apparently they have old school. Just
Oh my gosh,
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about
that's
it.
amazing.
Focus.
they have.
Tell her on the yard.
So Swan goes
Didn't
and
they-
meets Egwene.
Weren't they reincarnated from like a very productive era where they would have smaller, more, or are these like, can these be like BMW, like really pimped out like rims or something?
They're spinners.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
sorry.
Spinners,
Oh,
yeah.
They spin even when they're stationary.
Something fabulous, like maybe caddy style, because it's
Right.
up above ground.
No hood.
A lifted caddy style wagon. It does feel weird that the show. Does it feel weird to anybody else that the show feels so behind time? Sorry, Dan. Okay, go
That's
ahead.
right. No, my arm moved. That's it.
Okay, I know we want to carry on. I want to switch gears. Sorry. We can continue on. Just the whole show feels really like ancient to me. That's all. Like comparatively to what it feels like.
Like compared to the books.
Yeah. I
You think
didn't
they're
envision things like that, like the way that they did these things. I just didn't. That's all.
Okay.
I just thought it was more like futuristic. I thought that they had like more of an idea from the way that the wheel had turned, like not all that long ago. It seemed right. How many years ago was it?
3,000 years.
Oh, that's it. Okay,
It's
not
only
so
been
soon.
3,000 years.
Yeah.
Is that all? I mean, it feels like they should have some futuristic wagons by now. Shit, man. Okay, fine. Moving on.
I understand what you're saying. I like where your head's at aesthetically.
They
with the
just
show, I
have
feel
like BMW
I agree. I
shit.
feel like they should have taken it a little further than they took it, and I don't know, added a little bit more of a fantasy, futuristic, but still back in time kind of feel to
element.
it.
Yeah, some element of it that just maybe tied something. I don't know. Yeah. Okay. Well,
I mean,
thanks.
it's there. There's the skyscrapers hidden under the bushes, and they're taking the like technological metal out from the mine that's already been processed. Like,
Yeah,
So
just
Josh
put
is a fan of the
put
show.
a Mercedes-Benz emblem on there and we'll be good.
Yeah.
We
There
still
we go.
gotta. That's what I'm saying.
We're not
That's
quite
what I'm
at
saying,
that.
Ryan. That's all I was saying. Thank you, Ryan. That's exactly where my brain was at. It's
There
all
we
I
go.
asked for. That's all I
But-
wanted was that some essence of the actual book, like there.
But Uber brings it up. Like they Rand School is all about trying to get back to the Age of Legends level of technology. So there's nothing going on. Which is one of the fascinating things about this whole story is like we're looking at structures that like they don't even have like technology to build, right? Like, and the things are just unexplained, right? But they're like in horse and buggy.
Nice.
Basically, right?
Nice, Joe.
There we go. There we go.
Woo! That's all I asked. That's what I wanted right there. I love it. Perfect.
All right. And we'll get more into Perrin when we get to that chapter. We're still in chapter 8. So let's finish with that. Then we got where Swan is meeting with Egg. What's that?
Nothing. Talking to the cat.
Come on, guys. Let's get through this.
I'm trying, Carrie. So we got Egwene meeting with Swan. They meet in the novice study, and Egwin's like, you know what? I get my ass kicked here 3-4 times a day. Let's meet in the dining room. They do that, and Swan gives her some news. She's like, give me the beef, spill the tea. So, quote, one of them was that one that's Forsaken is in the camp, and they figure out that it was Halima. Now, Halima did have a relationship with Egwin, but Egwin does not mention any of that here.
Headaches.
Because she gets distracted by the Ashtaman. She's like, there's an Ashtaman announced that he sent a man channeling in the camp. And she's like, why was an Ashtaman in the camp? Like, well, it was an envoy from the Dragon Reborn. Apparently, they bonded some sisters. So we get to bond 49 of them. The last one who's bonded is Brock Purdy, right? I'm sorry, it's 47. Never mind, that joke goes. There's only 47. Dang it. All right.
Nice one.
She tells Egwin that Sidene is cleansed. And Egwin's like, yeah, I suppose that might be a possibility. We need some further confirmation. Let the Hall deal with it. Fuck him. She's like, I need to still work here. I know you want me home. You go handle that shit. I gotta handle this shit. You go do it. Don't tell me it's too hard. Go do it. And she explains how Lelaine is actually reinforcing Egwin's rule. Because everything that she is basing her authority upon sits on the shoulders of Egwin. And so when Egwin does eventually return, it should be as Lelane's superior in theory. So Egwin isn't too concerned about this. Are you guys concerned about Lelaine at all?
No. I really liked actually from this part, like Swan's observation of Egwin whilst she's like sorting out that she's been like touched by a Forsaken and handled by a Forsaken, and you know, Helena and stuff. And I thought that was really cool. Just seeing that like observation, how coolly she handled it, and how you know, like to Josh's point about Egwene already like always being the hero and like being the real hero of the story, it just becomes more and more clear that seems to be absolutely the case. Like she's the stoic like hero. She's handling everything with such ease and grace, unlike Swan as like one of the most powerful Amerlin that we've seen so far in these books has not even been able to handle yet, which I thought was just also pretty cool. Like for her, such a powerful Amerlin, to be observing Egwene, who we met as a child, basically a very naive child at that, like coming into her own in this Amerlin way, I thought was really just cool. So, yeah,
a naive child.
Yeah. Well, no, wait, what? No,
I was just making a joke. You said naive. I said naive.
Oh yeah. yeah. You know, naive.
So Swan's like, all right, I'm gonna split. Egwin's like, peace out. I'll see you in 2 days instead of 3. You do your shit. And Swan's like, oh, should I tell her I'm in love? Nah. And then she gets back into her pallet, and Garrett's over there, all his big sexy lump over there snoring. That's it.
Oh, I have it. Tyshar. Oh my gosh, I just seriously glanced down and spotted this. Okay. Bryn grunted and Swan whipped the final shirt off.
Oh, nice. Nice. Okay.
Right?
Nice.
I would have never caught that out of. Damn it! I lost the page. It just flipped close on me. Where was that? Okay.
All right, everyone, we have a special present from Andrew, the Bard of Time. All right, let's see if this is going to work.
Did he just make that?
Yeah, of course.
Awesome.
Of course.
He seriously
God, I
fucking
love everyone.
harmonized
Fuck
with
yeah!
Oh
He
my
forced your
god,
harmonization.
Andrew!
Awesome, Andrew.
Incredible!
All right, this is for you, Andrew. Bella! Oh God!
So good.
Thank you, Jesus,
So good.
amazing.
Thank you.
All right,
Love it.
Joe, can we go back to
Okay.
that drawing here and let's explain what that was all about?
So much
You can
fun,
explain it.
right?
I don't know. Okay, all right, so I asked Joe to give me a parent with a Trump face fixing wheels.
You guys draw a parent fixing wagon wheels, but with Trump's head. I'm like, okay.
That's
Oh my
all right.
god.
So this is Trump working at McDonald's.
No, yeah, just 2 days
Really?
ago, he was at McDonald's. Now he's fixing wagon wheels, Ryan.
It's a private
You
wagon.
saw it here first. So.
Only certain people can come in.
Obviously,
get their wagon wheel
legit
fixed.
news.
That is amazing. I love the hair. I love how he's concentrating very hard on what
I like
he's
how
doing.
the hair, you can see the wagon through the hair
Yeah.
on the top.
It's
like
walk-
it's so good.
I mean, it's there, but it's
It's there, but it's not there.
God
Guy
damn
looks
it.
like a Don
It's so
Bowie.
good. No, it's good like that. It's so good. No, don't make it darker. That was perfect.
No, sorry, let me go back.
It was hilarious.
Bobblehead
So
Trump.
good.
That's amazing. Yeah, Jesus Christ.
Oh my god.
You hit it out of the park with that.
So
Thank you.
good.
That was just for me. All right,
I feel
Andrew's
like
leaving.
a lot of president faces,
Andrew.
are included. in
Andrew,
this.
you're a genius musician. I want to beef with you again. Let's do
Yeah,
it soon.
Andrew, we love everything you do.
Andrew, you're amazing. We love you. Aw,
Holy shit!
amazing.
All right, we'll play that before the end of the show. That was
Oh
yeah,
my
that was good.
gosh. What a sweetie pie.
All right, anything in chapter 8 before we move on to our final chapter of the night?
Let's do it, Dan.
Carrie, did I get
Or
it
maybe
all?
Carrie.
Pretty much. I mean, I just love the tension between them, and I can't wait to see how it plays out.
Okay. Yeah.
Same.
All right. Swan and Garrett sitting in a tree uncomfortably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chapter 9 is called Leaving Malden. Malden. Sorry. It has the wolf icon, and it is a parent chapter. Parent is checking out wagon wheels, looking like Trump. He's like, these are the best wheels. There's
These
never
are the
been
best
wheels
wheels.
that I've done.
There's your Trump. There's your Trump, Dan. You had it the whole time. You just didn't.
It
know.
was there.
These are the best wheels.
And while he's working, he's just yelling, next. We do get this little bit of info that I did not want to leave behind. I wanted to bring up. It says, quote, Parrot continued working with the wheel. He wasn't as familiar with carpentry as he was with smithing, but his father had taught each of his sons to recognize signs of trouble on a wagon. Did we know Parrot had brothers?
Oh, I don't think I did.
Yeah. Okay. Each of his sons. Okay.
Weird. Yeah. That.
Where the hell are his brothers then?
Where are his brothers then? I agree.
Wait, what's his last name?
Abara. Hey, Kay, can I'll borrow your hairdryer? I'll give it back. I'll borrow it later.
You can borrow it tomorrow.
But Perrin is looking to go. He can't just leave because guess what? There's like 100,000 refugees with them. 100,000 refugees with him.
100,000.
That's a lot. And Perrin's in charge of all of it. He needs to feed them. He needs to make sure they got shoes, I guess, because they're walking.
Oh my gosh. His internal dialogue about like how he's now responsible for everything that everybody does. Everybody eats. His like responsibility meters through the roof. And
he's all
he complains about being a leader. Like, I'm not a leader, but yeah, he's being a leader. He's whining about it.
No, he's completely like conflicted. You're right. Yeah.
Well, and everyone's coming up to him and asking him what to do. Also, okay, it's like so. He's like, next, here comes like a soldier. It was captain of the wing guard. Let's see. No. Is Arganda. Oh wait. First one is Jared Arganda, the first captain of Geldon. He's like, hey, we got to get my queen out of here. He's like, nah, you got to we're all leaving at the same time. He's like, but she's tired. It's like, no, we're all leaving. Next, it was like, hey, the wing guard should attack those Aiel. We're going to fuck them up. He's like, no, we're not doing that. Says, quote, we're leaving. There's no further reason to fight. We run. The guy's like, damn it. Then comes Seven Balwer. Seven's like, hey, why did you give all the wise women to the Shanshan? He's like, I don't know, because they wanted them. I don't want them. Fuck them. Why? What? I don't care. I don't care. Seven's like, can you like maybe write a letter? He's like, no, I can't. We're done with the Shanshan. They're over there. The name's Paul. That's between them all now. They're over there. I get a Tai Shark quote. You don't need my hands, just my tongue.
Yes, that is the one I found.
Okay, good. All right.
So, bro, fucking no. I'm so proud.
Okay, you say it.
No, I can't do it better than that, Dan. I just can't. I have to grab my note thing because I don't remember how it goes.
You don't need my hands.
You don't need my hands. What is wrong with you? Bless you. Oh no, my dog's coughing. I thought she was sneezing. Okay, you don't need my hands, just my tongue.
Oh.
Oh my.
Wow. Turns out parents having some issues with Fael. It's only been a day or two, but shit's weird. Now we know that she went and killed the prophet. I don't know if that has anything to do with the weirdness, but he's not feeling comfortable with his wife at all. He's like, man, I thought things were going to be cool, but I don't know. It ain't working. Tam Althor walks up. Tam's like, hey, Two Rivers guys, we're all set to go. We're all good. He's like, thanks, man. Tam's like, can I have a word? He's like, and he talks about Perrin wanting to give up the whole Manetheren bad as he sees it. He's like, yeah, fuck that flag. I do not want. I'm not Manetheren. I'm Two Rivers, if anything, and I'm just Perrin. They're like, well, all right. He's like, I'm gonna get rid of that wolf one too. And Tam's like, well, the men kind of like that. They actually get pride in it. They smile. He's like, yeah. Perrin knows that he hasn't been a good leader lately. He says it in his own thoughts. He says he had saved Fael, but because of him, men were dead. Good men, men who had trusted him. End quote. Let's see. The refugees are all ready to go. Aravine Carnell is like, yeah, I just lined them up by nationality. I just straight out through borders into our thing. Said, all right, all the Terreboners over here, all the Kyrian over here. If you're from a specific city, you gather together. We're all ready to go. He's like, good, go. I'll meet you north. And all right, is this a tight shot? This one's a stretch. Quote: Perrin could make out Fael.
It's a stretch.
All right. How about this one?
Hey,
Huh?
Who did I interrupt? What did that interrupt? Was that you, Carrie?
Oh no, I said I give it to you.
Okay.
I give it to you,
How about this one? Quote: tugging at him, pulling him.
Yes.
Okay.
Drink.
So at the end, he feels Rand. He's like, oh shit. He says, quote, he needed to seek out Rand. He could feel something tugging at him, pulling him. Rand needed him. That had to be his focus then. And that's how this ends.
That in the same like thought breath of like rejecting the idea of Manetheren, he's like, I need something to look forward to move towards.
Mm-hmm. And he thinks back to that because he got a toy for Christmas. Yeah. He was like, man, the anticipation was better than the toy.
I love this.
This is incredible, Joe. So good.
Oh, thanks. I thought you were talking about a chapter.
No, I mean it is a good chapter. It's an interesting chapter. It's not the greatest. Your drawing is better.
Just wait till I add the McDonald's apron. That was the request.
So what about for next show, Dan? 10 through 15?
Pair with the McDonald's apron.
Oh, sorry. Oh, no. I didn't know we were getting so close to the end.
We have a Matt chapter coming up though, guys. I'm so happy about that. Yay!
Oh, I didn't know that.
Chapter. Well, I started listening to chapter 10 and wasn't supposed to, and then I stopped very quickly, and I only know it starts with Matt.
Are you guys ready for my thoughts here?
Yes, indeed.
Please.
Yeah.
Always.
Okay, so this chapter drove me nuts. You could sum it up in one sentence. Perrin is a dumbass. It sounds like he's starting to not fight the colors of the Tavernus nature, and that's, like you said, at the end, he finally decides, hey, maybe I'll go follow Rand now because I need something to do. This boy needs therapy. Like, maybe all the characters feel this at some point, but the self-sabotaging, like, I'm not good enough, like, it's frustrating.
Carrie, would marriage counseling help Perrin and Fael?
Oh, can we talk about that quote about what he was feeling about that? I wanted to read it.
Like when she was kidnapped, or when he was trying to get to her?
Okay, so he had succeeded. He saved her. So why did he feel as if things were nearly as bad as they had been? He should rejoice. He should be ecstatic, should be relieved. He worried so much about her during captivity, and yet now, with her safety secure, everything still felt wrong, somehow, in ways he couldn't explain. I'm like, that's because you killed her boy toy, Roland. I mean, come on. Like...
Yep. Yep. No, that's a good point. Yeah.
I also love that the wind, with the stench of death from the battle with the Aiel, like, is chasing him during this scene, like, multiple times, like 3 or 4 times. It comes up and blows past him, like the winds of change again, carrying him onto his next path.
Oh, and he's always trying to put his back to it too.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like the most
Kate,
resistant one.
So, Kate, like you liked this change in Perrin. You liked like the introspection. You liked his like internal thoughts, right?
To be clear, I thought that I still think he's ridiculous and he's making all the wrong choices. I just thought it was interesting that he could see himself for once. You know,
yes.
I was like, what? I was like, what is going on? He's like, hey, stop thinking again. Like, oh, well, if you would just stop thinking about things all the time, that's what you do all the time. Like, she's good at fighting, you're good at thinking. And then he goes, trails off into some other thought, and then he like catches himself and goes, there you go, thinking again. And it was like, what? Yeah. I was like, what is going on with this guy? You're right, Carrie. He needs therapy. Lots and lots of good therapy. And I don't think, honestly, marriage counseling would work at all at this point. I think it's really just about Perrin and his like deep-seated problems. He's got a lot of them, and he like is starting to kind of see that though in this, which was weird. And it also became clear to me that he is super defiant against like trying to go with the pattern, you know, like he's like just against Tavernus, doesn't want to be pulled in a way or a direction. He's trying to fight against it. It feels like more than ever, and which is weird to me as well. I don't like him at all, but I have to respect his ability to see himself finally, I guess, is the only thing.
I think that's a fantastic one.
And I was surprised.
I was a little bit hurt when he said that he wanted to give up the banners for Manetheren and the Wolf banner. Like, I just felt like it's your home team, and now you're rooting for
he was just conflicted about it, though. He didn't want to like give them up. He just was looking at them going, I'm conflicted. It doesn't feel exactly right. But he left them up, though. Like, I think that speaks for something.
I mentioned this in the past, but I think it's fascinating that all three of our Taveran males have become nobles in one way or another.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah,
Perrin is the only one who has not only no real claim other than taking charge in a moment of chaos, but also he's like the everyman still, in that he doubts his own, whereas Matt and Rand have very much like, maybe Matt a little less so than Rand, but I feel like both of them have stepped more into their role.
They embrace it some way.
The image of himself as a nobleman still. But,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and but also his whole like sniffing bullshit. He's like, yeah, like I can smell them feeling proud every time my stupid banners like.
That's the thing, though. Like, I think there's a narcissistic aspect to like Matt and Rand that you're kind of like touching on with like Perrin not having that, because he's proud of it, but I just saw for the first time that he's really conflicted about this like thing in a real way, like in a real internal way.
And all three of them, in a way, have this fear of madness hanging over them. Perrin,
yes.
Met the wolf man who had like gone too far in the cage.
Yeah.
Rand because of the taint on the one.
That's a great point, Josh. Yeah.
Yes, Josh.
And Matt because of the dagger and his memories, right? So
a frog-faced boy.
Totally.
Yeah, and then the whole colors that when they think of each other, the whole colors, like we see Rand finally be like, all right, I'm accepting this. I'm going to use it as a tool. But everyone, but Perrin and Matt are like, what the hell is happening when I think of
Well,
Matt
it even
and
feels
Rand?
like Matt's more like embracing like his at least his luck and the knowledge of like what that brings and the rolling of the dice, and that he can expect something. Like, he's kind of figuring out a pattern of sorts in his own way in the pattern.
Yeah.
And like, but like Perrin's just not. He's still really
yeah, and he's still grappling with
it.
And we get the whole like axe and hammer thing, and he's like literally contemplating like, why did I enjoy killing so much? Right? Like, was it just the fact that I've been waiting around for 2 months and I'm finally acting, or am I enjoying this act of killing? And he's grappling with that actively.
He's got to have killed hundreds of men.
McDonald's, McDonald's, Kentucky Fried Parent, and a.
So
this is a very serious. It's a very serious drawing.
Yeah.
Here's another little thing that Tam brings up to Perrin. Tam brings up to Perrin. Perrin's like, I'm no king. Let's get rid of all these flags. I hate them. And Tam says, you have a queen who swore you as her liege.
Yeah, Breaker just said this. Wait a minute. Perrin is the only actual noble of the three because he married into royalty.
Well, Matt also married royalty.
Well, yeah, good point. Hey, sorry, Breaker, to be publicly shamed like that by Josh, but we're all used to it.
We are all used
We're all used to it. You get used
to it. Is there anything else?
No.
Okay.
I'm ready to put a bow on it.
Yeah, next week we will be reading 4 chapters, 10 through 13.
13. Okay.
And
oh yeah, hey everyone, come to Discord and hang out. We're gonna be hanging out for a little bit before we get too tired. Joe,
the fry
is that a meat cleaver? What is happening?
It's a fry super.
Oh, no.
Fry super.
You guys, I'm not to get too political, but fuck it, like, he just like staged the whole thing. Everyone in the fucking drive-thru were MAGA freaks. Like, no one was ever gonna be like, "Oh, give me fries," and all of a sudden they see Trump and they like throw their fucking Coke in his face. That was not gonna happen.
Yeah.
No.
They're like, I can I get extra ketchup? And is this a large? Can I talk to your manager? This looks like a fucking medium. And the guy's like, you're fired.
No. It was all hail the chief. Everyone ketchup all over the place. Yeah.
What are you guys even talking about?
Oh yeah,
I missed something in the news.
I know, honey. I'll explain it to you later.
Okay, thank you. Later.
Yeah.
It'll make sense.
Just go vote, okay? So that we don't have to have some sort of apparently.
We don't want Perrin serving fries.
Mishap at McDonald's. So please just vote, because nobody wants that. Nobody wants a Perrin Trump McDonald's mishap.
All right. Well, we would love to hang out with you in Discord. Please come hang out.
Vote.
This is the Discord. Join us. We love to see your beautiful faces. It's always a fun time. Everyone, thank you for joining us. Carrie, thank you again. Josh, thank you again. Case Slice, thank you again. Joe, the intrepid artist. Where can we find your art? Where can we support you and buy your shit?
You can't buy things anywhere because I don't put it online. But you can.
Fuck, Jesus Christ! We're gonna fix that, Joe.
To be continued. Because
yeah, we're gonna fix that. That's bullshit.
Projects for Joe.
Everyone wants your drawings, and you're just being a little bitch about it.
Okay.
Also, if you have a really good idea for like something clever and quippy to put on a T-shirt, and you want to like do a contest, just message us in Discord, and I would like to do something like that. Anyways, like with Joe's drawings and some fun shit from chat. Anyways, I have ideas. If you
make Manethrin great again.
There you go. There you go.
There
and
it is.
Just like Perrin with a like Perrin's bottom half with a boner, just boner boxers, and it's like make Manethrin great.
All right, we all know this music. This is the outro music. Everyone, we'll see you on Sunday for our Tavern Talk, which is a full spoiler episode. We don't know what we're talking about, but we'll let you know soon. And next Tuesday, we'll be furthering into the Gathering Storm. Everyone, run for your lives. This is The Way to Leave.